It's Wednesday night. It is time for Super Geeked Up. Thank you for joining us. My name is Jeff. I'm with my co-hosts Nicole and Tanya and the gang from series The Bomb Shelter. This is Super Geeked Up, presented by Frostbite Pictures, and we like to kick things off with the Geek Tweet of the Week.
Yes, we do. And this week, in honor of the new spin-off Better Call Saul, we wanted to know what character or series, or from a series or movie that you would have liked to have had their own spin-off show. Nicole?
So I was going to go for a movie, and I was going to say The Mad Hatter. Wouldn't it be cool if he had his, whole own show or whole own movie, and it's just all about him and his universe? That's what I was thinking. Cool.
That would be
Very
awesome.
Cool. That would be awesome, actually. Jeff?
So I was trying to debate between two answers. One of them may be taken by Tanya, so I'm going to go with the other one, though. So I'm going to go with...
I already know. Never mind. Just go. I think I already know who you're going to say.
So I'm going to choose a character from Star Trek The Next Generation, and that's Ro Laren, if anybody watched that show, who is, I think, a really cool character, recurring role. And if you may not know this, she was actually supposed to be one of the lead characters on Deep Space Nine, but Michelle Forbes turned it down. So that would have been interesting. Yeah, so we almost did kind of get a series with her, but not quite. Anyway, but I'll share my other answer if Tanya doesn't take it later.
Do you want me to say it now, just in case?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Faith on Buffy.
Yes, I knew it. That was
Yeah.
By the way, which also was supposed to happen, right? But I thought Whedon wanted to do one. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, Twitter. But again, I didn't think Elijah Dushku was down with it or something. Supposedly.
What? You're breaking my heart right now, Burns.
I just made it up. No, actually, I actually thought that was true. To be honest with you.
Wow. Oh man, that needed to happen. Anyway, sorry. Mindy, how about you?
Well, you know what? I'm actually gonna. I was thinking about this question, and I couldn't really come up with anything. But Star Trek: The Next Generation, I would have loved to have seen something with Q. I love Q so much. I think that would have been awesome. A good one.
There's so much. You're right. There's so much you could do with that. I mean, because he could do anything.
He was like the mastermind. It's awesome.
Very cool. How about you, Marcus?
Well, that's funny because you guys said Faith, but I was actually talking to somebody before the show. We were trying to figure that out, and someone mentioned Spike from Buffy because I'm a big Buffy fan. I don't know what would happen if Spike had his whole show where you actually saw him the whole time, but he was a great character. I'd like to check him out, prior to all the stuff that we saw in Buffy.
Very cool. Very cool. Corey?
I would have Salacious Crumb have its own series of movies.
You have to explain that.
Who is that?
Terrible.
Jeff, you should know. You got Star Wars poster in the back there.
No, we lost you for a second. We didn't hear you.
Oh, good excuse.
I just think Salacious Crumb should have its own series.
Oh, Salacious Crumb.
There's so much more that I want to know about that character. It's unexplored. I want to know what his family life is like when he goes home. I want to know what kind of car he drives
Oh my God.
to work at John's Palace.
He drives a land speeder.
Oh.
Great answer.
That's actually the second time Salacious Crumb has been given as an answer, by the way, on this show. Yeah.
What's her name and what's her number?
Well, she usually watches. Yeah, we'll hook you up. All right.
We've turned into a matchmaking service, everyone.
Wait, who?
Oh boy.
I missed it for a second.
Don't worry, we're past it by now.
We're past it. We're not actually a matchmaking service.
He did say
Brielle,
Forever
how about
Night,
you?
did he say Forever Night?
No, not Forever Night. Forget that.
We're done. Moving on. Brielle, what's your answer?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Spike and Faith would probably be my two picks. I'm a huge Buffy girl, so Spike is the ultimate. Come on, really? He's hot. Hello. Even now, he was in that. Oh gosh, what was the most recent show he was in? He was just in.
I haven't seen him.
Oh no, he was. Oh gosh, I can't think of
He was
it.
in Supernatural.
Supernatural, but not Supernatural. It was Witches of East End. And he was hot. I would take him any day. I would love a spin-off with Spike. Love. Love, love, love.
You know, my wife has never seen the Buffy series, so we just started.
Two episodes.
We just started watching it again.
I did not know this.
Yeah.
I know. We can't know.
Oh my God, you're in for a really great experience. We got one what we should have known as an expected answer on Twitter earlier this week from Lister's Mate. He was saying True Orion Slave Girls of Star Trek. And yes, that should be a spin-off series of Star Trek.
It's so funny because you're right. We should have known that he was going to say that, but for whatever reason, it still surprised me when he said it. I was like, I was still shocked. I was like, what?
Because it's his answer to everything, every question we ever do. I do like how he kind of worked it into the real like housewives type deal of the answer.
Yeah.
On Twitter, coming in right now live, Carlos Ramirez tweets in Chewbacca would be a good spin-off series.
It would be like Star Wars Christmas special.
Yes, it would. Wow, okay, here's an interesting answer. Honky Tonk Buffalo. Dan Fieldy from Night Court should have had his own spin-off.
Yes, Night Court.
That was...
Richard Mall needs a paycheck. I'm sure he'd be the first
I'm
person.
sure
That's
he'd be
actually
like,
probably
yes,
his Twitter handle.
Yes, please. But what was the Twitter handle again?
For the Night Court, it's at Honky Tonk Buffalo. Buffalo spelled with one F.
Yes, that is amazing. Honky Tonk Buffalo.
He's awesome. He's one of our longtime fans. He's amazing.
Did you
Go
see
follow,
what
right.
Alexander Martin said?
Yeah, go ahead, share it.
River Tam post Serenity, and then Asaka Tano post Clone Wars, which is so awesome because I love both those characters so much. Those are great answers. I didn't know anyone else liked Asaka as much as I did, so that's great.
And Timekeeper Show tweets in Willow and Kennedy's Wild African Safari. Is that Willow? Wait, is that Willow from Buffy? What is he talking about?
Yes. Yeah, Willow from Buffy. And her girlfriend after Tara dies.
Wait, there was a girlfriend after Tara?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mindy. Shit.
Ruin some other stuff for them.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Buffy dies in season 2. I'm just kidding.
Just pretend you didn't hear anything.
Didn't hear any of that.
Super Geeked Up. We ruined
I'm
the
like
shows
the
for
worst
you.
person ever.
We're actually...
By the way, the Titanic sinks at the end.
Oh my God!
Go.
Stop! Jeez, stop! Spoiling everything for everybody.
Let me share something else on Twitter. At Hunter's Realm says he would have loved to have seen Worf completely set on the Klingon homeworld. That would have been awesome, because Worf's my favorite character from Star Trek.
Yeah. Well, who doesn't love Worf, really? Anyway.
And Chris Hadley on Twitter says, love Night Court. Another a lot of Night Court fans, apparently, tonight.
I used to watch that at 1 a.m. in high school. Like 1 a.m. when I couldn't fall asleep, I'd turn on the TV and it'd be Night Court, and I was so addicted.
Harry, he was right.
That's oddly thematic, actually, when I am watching Night Court.
He is no Selma Diamond.
Chris Hadley also tweets in for spin-off, what about Tribbles? Okay, but how are Tribbles going to have their own spin-off? They're just going to like just multiply all the time and take over worlds?
It's going to be about math. It's going to be a spin-off about math and exponential growth.
Oh, well, that's good. That can be educational. Yeah.
Educational. Anyway, we obviously have some awesome geeky guests given how into the discussion we already are. So let me introduce everyone from the bomb shelter. Hey guys, cast, crew, you're all cast and crew, you do multiple things. We have Mindy there in the middle, she plays Lisa, she's also one of the producers. We have Marcus who plays Bill, he's also the creator, writer, and director. We have Corey who plays Frank, and Brielle who plays, is it Tanya or Tanya?
It was Tanya. It was pronounced Tanya.
Depends on who you ask.
I don't think we can talk because you misspell it. Hey Marcus, we can't talk because you misspell it.
Goes from the wrong side of the tracks.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Anyway, also playing Tanya. Great name, by the way. So, Marcus, Mindy, do you want to tell us a little bit about the show, like a little brief synopsis about it?
That's all you created.
Sure. Well, the premise of the show is that it's 5 people living in a bomb shelter. You never know why. They never mention they're in the shelter. It's 2 couples, 2 married couples, and then a random Lothario, who, in the first episode, you find out that my wife, has been cheating on me with this guy who sleeps right next to us every evening. And the idea is basically I leave my wife in the first episode because of it, which just means I walk across the hall. So the rest of the show, or across the room, the rest of the show is basically about he and I just one-upping each other. Did I miss anything? Did I miss? And her husband, who's not here right now, Tanya and Jeff, are the sweet, like very nice couple. As we're the dysfunctional,
We
terrible
just want
couple.
everyone to love each other.
Yes,
That's all we
exactly.
want.
Nobody cares about
Side note, my husband's name is Jeff.
Oh!
Very weird. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Not this Jeff. Not this Jeff.
Here we go. Oh my God.
No, not me.
No, not this Jeff.
Not assuming.
A different Jeff.
Different Jeff. Yeah, he lives in New York. I live in Toronto. You know, it's the way it works. Long distance. Anyway. So yeah, awesome. Where can people watch the show right now?
Dude, you guys
Oh,
listen.
on our website we have a www.thebombshelterseries.com. Posted through Vimeo because unlike YouTube, they don't like to flag all of our music.
Yes.
YouTube.
I know. I used to have the worst problem with that. Hated
But
it.
yeah, they're sticklers.
Yeah.
They are sticklers.
Yeah.
We know quite a few people with the exact same problem, so you're not alone on that. So. Awesome.
Yeah.
How many episodes do you guys have out?
We've got 8 episodes out right now. We're writing more. It's only been a couple of years, so we're really trying to. We take our time. But right now, yeah, there are 8.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I want people to really be wanting
Yeah,
more.
soak it in, and then a couple of years from now, I'll write a couple more.
They're going for the Arrested Development thing without the demand.
Exactly.
Okay.
Tanya,
Nice.
I
Nice.
know.
We're going to be geriatric. The next one's an old age home.
Yes.
In a bomb shelter in an old age home.
Yes, in the bomb shelter, an old age, yes.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Center within our bomb shelter. We'll be all set. Yes.
Okay. Got it. I'm curious. Did you guys find it easier or harder shooting kind of in one location? That's it.
Well, my husband has been writing for years, like crazy big budget things, and he wants to shoot them. And I'm always like, this is not possible. We can't afford to shoot this. So finally, when he wrote The Bomb Shelter, I thought, great, this is one location. We can actually feasibly do this.
Well, the thing is, okay, so I wrote something about a character who wanders around the desert. Nobody wanted to shoot in the desert because it's hot and it's miserable. So we rented a warehouse in Van Nuys to shoot The Bomb Shelter in the middle of summer with no air conditioning. So we shot in like 95 degrees almost every day. And this guy, he almost died. I think he almost died shooting. So we probably would have been better off in the desert.
And I did everyone's makeup as well.
Yes.
So it was consistent powder and
Lots
lots of wiping.
Sponging.
And lots of spraying, spritzing to keep everyone, moist, but
Yeah.
not too much. So,
Yeah.
You'd never
It's
know. Interesting. Exactly. We all look amazing, right? You never know.
That's awesome.
But,
That's
we
awesome.
have a whole bunch of outtakes of Corey with whatever he can find, trying to soften up the sweat on his face. Yeah. Good time.
Aww.
Very cool. So it presented its own unique challenges is the answer to that.
Nice. Let me share some tweets that came in as we were chatting here with these guys. So to our geek tweet question about spin-offs, Charles Churchio tweeted in a Terminator Connor family musical spin-off, please. To which Alexander Martin replied on Twitter, "Ooh, I bet Sarah Connor is like a Pat Benatar level rocker." I bet she is. And Honky Tonk Buffalo, who we know loves Night Court, says, "Hey Tanya, Darth Vader is Luke and Leia's father." To ruin some other stuff for you, because you're rooting things. Get it?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I knew that.
Because you're rooting plots, that's why.
Yeah. Right. What else could I ruin tonight? You know, do you want to know the ending of Breaking Bad? I can tell you that. What do you need to know?
Oh,
Whatever.
Well, speaking of Breaking Bad, we should explain why we asked the Geek Tweet of the Week.
We did.
Oh, didn't I do that already?
Explained it.
Oh,
yeah, we did.
I'm sorry.
I can do it again.
Nope, forget about me. Don't worry about it.
Well, we usually do pay no attention to you anyway. So.
Okay, there we go. Perfect. I'm just not.
Except we will pay attention to you right now because you need to do the next segment.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, my turn. So, the question of the week. We're bringing this back. Haven't done it in a little while. So, because of 50 Shades of Grey, the movie coming out this week, we have a question kind of geared towards that. As you guys know, 50 Shades of Grey was based on Twilight fan fiction. So our question is, if you were going to write fan fiction and have two characters hook up, who would it be? So who wants to go first? Okay, Tanya, go for it.
Only because I actually wrote fanfic for this when I was younger, before there was like a real term for fanfic.
Wow.
X-Files.
Okay.
By younger, she means yesterday.
Well, yeah. No, I had Mulder and Scully hook up way before they actually hooked up.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
I should have known. Because you love Scully, man. You love those two characters.
I love those two characters. Like, they compete with Buffy and Faith for me. That's my answer.
All right.
What about Jeff? What about you?
I'm going to go actually with a current couple series that are not online, on TV right now. The Flash and Arrow. So I really want Barry Allen from The Flash to hook up with Felicity from Arrow. Yes, it actually, I've had other people tell me this too, because they both are basically in love with people they shouldn't be with, and they should just be with each other and stop messing around. It's just ridiculous. So Felicity, get over Oliver, and Barry, forget about Iris, and just hook up with each other.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Stop it already.
I actually was going to do like from completely separate universes, but Felicity Smoke was actually one of them. And I was like, wouldn't it be cool if Neo from The Matrix and Felicity Smoke got together? They would be like unstoppable, like a crazy team.
Where did that combination come from?
In my head, I don't know. I just thought about it. I was like, wouldn't that be great? I know it's random.
In my head.
It's just what I thought of. I was like, that'd be so freaking cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. Mindy, what about you?
God, I don't know. I gotta pass on this one for now. No. What? Me too. Don't come to me. I have no clue.
All right. It sounds like both these people have fan fiction they've written that they don't want to admit to.
I second that.
No.
I don't know if this is fan fiction or not, and I didn't catch the last few seasons, but did Ross and Rachel ever hook up? Because I'd like to see them get together. I'd like to see those kids get together.
The ending of Friends, too, because I will.
Have you had any
Rachel and Chandler. How about Rachel and Joey, finally?
Oh, finally.
Yeah.
You know, they did briefly, but then there's a moment at the airport, for lots of
She won't ruin it for you, though, yeah.
Don't spoil it. I just got the series on Blu-ray.
Oh, yeah, no. It ends in a very good way.
Okay,
now,
good.
anything about Friends, come to me.
Okay.
The whole thing, my heart, right?
I was gonna say.
I would love to see a really nice romantic fan fiction between Aunt Beru and the one of the stormtroopers that comes together.
Come on.
Yeah, in the heat of the moment, she realizes that Lars, it comes out that he's been impotent for years, and finally there's a strong presence at her doorstep. And in the brief moments before she is completely ignited, they have a nice little romantic moment over a little cup of milk.
You say a cup of milk?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm loving this story the more I hear about it. I also love that you have Star Wars for every answer. It's excellent. Very good.
I love how you did that totally deadpan. That was amazing.
You know what? And that actually, he may have hit on a fan fiction that's never been written. Possibly. Baru and a Stormtrooper.
Possibly.
I wonder if that's ever been written. You should write it.
Yeah.
Copyright 2015.
Interesting that the second time in 3 weeks somebody has tried to copyright something during our live show.
Yeah. It seems to be a trend.
This is the new place you go. You don't go to the copyright like the government anymore. You just go to
Wait,
us.
we tried to copyright like a fake movie, right? Did we tried to copyright that fake movie I made up?
No, Alicia from Half That tried to copyright the dictionary of non-existent words.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And then we were pitching different movies to each other and saying that was our idea, so don't steal it. I think we did that a few times too. Yeah.
So on Twitter, we have some answers to the fanfiction hookups. One of these tweets, actually, he was writing it as I gave my answer because the tweet goes from Alexander Martin, Barry Allen, Felissa, damn it, Jeff. And then Timekeeper says, Felicity has chemistry with anyone she's in a room with. It's ridiculous. A lot of Felicity Smoke fans from Arrow here, apparently, on Twitter. Anthony Davis, of course, says, I write fan fiction where I hook up with Orion slave girls. Of course you do, sir.
They know.
And Honky Tonk Buffalo says, DC's Zatanna and Gen 13's Caitlin Fairchild. It's all about the legs. I would not mind seeing that hookup, sir. Very good.
Evidently, Honky Tonk Buffalo is a leg man.
Yes. Now, okay, and Alexander Martin gave another answer since I stole his. Oliver Queen and reboot Lara Croft.
Oh!
That's actually good. That's a good hookup.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Very nice.
All right.
He's all
Ready?
like what Nicole said.
All right. Any other answers from the bomb shelter? Anybody else come up with anything you want to share?
No, I can't. I can't think of any. I don't know. What about, no, I can't. Really? Just I don't know.
Just
This is
say
a
it.
safe spot.
Just say
You
it.
can say it.
Gallery. How about Buffy and Andrew?
Andrew.
Oh.
Or Angel. That's the one. But in real life,
Oh,
I said Andrew. I was like, wait.
Wait, are you somebody giving you a cue card off the side? What's going on?
But in real life,
We've got people watching, hundreds.
Do you have an audience in your
Oh
apartment?
my god, you have a studio audience. They aren't applauding, laughing or anything. You need to hold up signs.
Have them just like do a little cameo so we can see who they are.
Ironically, everybody that's ever seen the show is in the room at this
I'm
moment.
gonna say it.
Oh, all right, good.
Shame on you. Oh, goodness.
All right, so that'll wrap up, I guess, the fan fiction hookups. We're going to talk a little bit more 50 Shades after this. Hang on, I'm getting another tweet in from Charles Turkio. I like it 50 Shades of Silver, RoboCop versus Terminator love story, and Chappelle is their love child.
Random.
That's the randomest tweet of the night. Very good. All right.
Going.
We have some geeky news coming up and Geeky Audition. We're going to play a fun game of that. But right now, if you're watching the recorded version, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll see you back in a second.
Welcome back from commercial break.
All right, it's time for Geeky News.
Do I have to sing?
Yes.
Sure, everybody sings.
AMC. I can't sing about zombies.
Yes, you can.
All right, well,
Anyway.
why don't you? Oh, all right, or what, Tanya, if you, go ahead, start.
Do you want me to go? No, do Spider-Man first.
All right.
That's fine.
Okay. So as we were talking about on Facebook and our website, not yesterday but the day before, Marvel announced some pretty crazy news that Spider-Man is going to start returning to Marvel movies, and I know that everyone's been pretty excited about that. And so there's a couple things about it. Like the first thing is I'm going to just briefly read a little bit about what Marvel said. So basically, they're going to have Marvel's, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Kevin Feige. I'm not sure. Feige, okay. And then Sony's Amy Pascal. So they're going to produce together. And so the first appearance of Spider-Man will be in a Marvel film from the Marvel Universe. And then the next Sony Pictures installment of their Spider-Man franchise is going to, I believe, what it seems like is be like another standalone Spider-Man movie. I know on our website we got some comments and some people were really excited about it, and then some people thought maybe I don't want to see any more Spider-Man standalone movies, but just continue to see Spider-Man within Marvel movies. And but I found some gossip. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but it has to do with if they are going to be doing like the standalone movies that they're kind of saying that they are with Marvel's involvement. There's thoughts about what it's actually going to be, and they think that it's going to be back in like high school setting. And there's two thoughts. It's either going to be, we're not sure if they're going to stick with Peter Parker, or if they're going to actually do Adventures of Miles Morales, who is another incarnation of Spider-Man. So that's kind of cool if they decide to go the Miles Morales route, because I think what's also neat is they have this website, it's called therap.com, and they have, I think, about like 9 different actors that they're kind of speculating who might be like the new Spider-Man. And there's so many different cool actors, all so different. One of the ones listed who I really like is Dev Patel. And I think he was the one, Dev Patel was in Slumdog Millionaire, right? Yeah. Yep. So that was like kind of a cool option. But anyway, that's kind of the news and some of the gossip to go with it. I don't know, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
Let me just share this one thing before I forget, because it just came in on Twitter, and we'll get talking about this. Because this tweet is for Corey. It's from Herbert Russell. For Corey Landis, my fan fiction hookup would be Jonathan Harker and Van Helsing in Dracula Reborn. So he wanted to share that with you. Is he actually in the room with you guys right now?
No. I played Harker in a Dracula movie, so that's what we're
Oh, that's awesome! What a great role.
Enthusiasm.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. All right. Now back to Spider-Man talk.
So they're rebooting it again?
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
In a way.
Wow. Crazy.
I mean, the interesting thing is that Amy Pascal had to voluntarily step down as the head of Sony, but she's been given like a production company within Sony, and she's the one that brought Spider-Man to Sony, however many years ago.
13.
So it's just sort of 13. So it's one of those things where it's sort of intriguing timing that now that she's no longer the head, that all of a sudden this happens.
It's crazy.
Just saying.
So if they do this reboot, what are your guys' thoughts on them possibly going a different route and doing like Miles Morales? Do you guys?
I think it needs it.
I don't know that character. I mean, I grew up with
For me-
Spider-Man, was my favorite growing up, but I don't know that incarnation of the story.
Yeah, it's a more recent one that Brian Bendis did with Ultimate Spider-Man.
I don't know. I feel like I'm confused because in 2001 we had Spider-Man, and it went, and then just recently we had Spider-Man again, origin story, and it went. I feel like I don't know, either continue on with it or I don't know. I feel like why all the reboots?
Stop putting
Yeah.
all villains in one movie and make one movie with one villain that's really interesting and give us several movies
Exactly.
with different villains.
I do agree with that, but I also think if you are going to go that route, then yeah, let's switch it up.
That's a great point. And Nick Montgomery on our website, supergeekedup.com, says, I just want them to stop trying to redo Spidey's origin story again and again.
Yes.
Totally.
And that's part of the issue, right? I mean, it's like, so now, since what, 2012, this will be the second time they've rebooted
Yeah.
Spider-Man. And the thing that kind of sucks is that each time we kind of just really get into it, and it seems like they redo it. You know, like, I know a lot of people didn't, but I was actually really digging the Amazing Spider-Man movies and Andrew Garfield and how they were going with his parents and the secrecy and the backstory to his parents. I actually wanted to find out more about that. And now I guess that's gone, and I actually feel really bad for Andrew Garfield, who I think is a tremendous actor. That he's, I guess, just whoop, he gets the shaft. He's gone, just like Tobey Maguire got the shaft. You know, a few years before that.
I'm fine with that.
I don't know, man. I love Tobey Maguire in the role.
Yeah, I actually really liked it.
Hey, look, you put on eyeliner and you. Out.
Such a hater.
Spider-Man 2. Come on, man.
No, man. It's...
Out.
Boo.
Yeah.
Corey Landis.
But yes,
Boo.
Jeff, absolutely, fair point. You start getting interested and they rip the rug out. Yeah, I think they should start in mid-arrest and just like start in the middle of a story.
Don't try to get back into good graces after that comment.
Huh?
you named your bed lying.
Now, I mean, this isn't my area of expertise, but isn't there something with Spider-Man and, like, Civil War?
Yeah, so, you know, that's the part that got me real excited, Tanya.
Yeah.
So Civil War, from about 10 years ago or so, give or take, was an epic storyline Marvel did. And honestly, I think it's still probably one of the best storylines ever told in comics. It's up there, I think, with one of the best. And it had to do with superhero registration, where the government was making superheroes come out and say who they actually were, their secret identities. And then you had two factions. I'm not ruining anything, guys. This is just basic stuff. Iron Man was like on the side with the government.
It's not me talking.
Yeah, and Captain America was against it, saying no, we shouldn't have to do this. But Spider-Man was like one of the biggest parts of that story. So, if Captain America Civil War movie has to do with that, I think this is a huge win for them that they can use Spider-Man in that, because I don't know how you tell that story really without him in the same way. So that's exciting, that part of it, if they're going to do that Civil War storyline, which I don't know if they are for sure, but...
Well, isn't that the rumor that they were going to, that Sony was getting rid of the Spider-Man franchise and Marvel might be able to use it now in the movies?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I really brought everything to a halt, didn't I?
Yes. You and Corey are really doing a great job.
There'd be more there. I thought I was mining gold, but apparently not. Have they booted us off the feed?
No.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. And Nicole, you know what? I mean, with the Miles Morales thing, I think it's great for the diversity things. For me, I'll be honest with you, like, Spider-Man has always been my favorite hero. He's like the one I grew up with as a kid. He's like one guy out of anybody I would say, like, it's so hard for me to anybody besides Peter Parker as him.
Right. No,
they tried doing like when I was growing up with a clone and have Ben Reilly take over, and fans just like had such a bad reaction. They just like we basically like took away the whole storyline, like it never.
No, yeah, and I really don't know too much about Miles Morales. So for me, like, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. I was just thinking that was an interesting thought, like an interesting piece of gossip, but someone brought up on Twitter that with Spider-Man and the Civil War, there's probably not going to be anything with Peter Parker, you know.
So you broke up on that a little bit, but you're saying with Civil War it probably would be Peter Parker, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, Alexander Martin on Twitter says, I think Nicole Awkward just broke my brain. I could live with Avengers, Spider-Man, and solo movie Miles, dude. That could make sense, actually, if Miles has, like, the solo ones, and they keep Peter Parker and they...
Yeah. That's a good point, yeah.
I would be down with that. All right, doing both.
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
Very cool. Very cool.
What else we got in the news?
Well, it was a big week in TV, particularly for AMC. So Walking Dead's back, mid-season premiere on Sunday night, which people said was one of the best episodes of Walking Dead maybe ever. So we'll have you weigh in on that. But also it was the debut of Better Call Saul, so the Breaking Bad spin-off series, which actually was the best cable premiere of all time for that first episode.
Cool.
And they did it very smartly. Actually, they launched it right after Walking Dead, so Walking Dead finished, then Better Call Saul, and then the next night they showed the second episode of Better Call Saul, because Monday is going to be its regular night. So yeah, they were very, very smart to tie it in with Walking Dead and just sort of capitalize on that audience. So there's been a lot of talk recently about about AMC and how all the shows are kind of wrapping up. Like Mad Men's done this year, Breaking Bad was done last year. Like, what were they kind of doing aside from Walking Dead? And so I guess my question is, do we think that AMC is coming back with having more and different properties? What do we think of Better Call Saul? All that fun stuff.
Well, did they really ever go away? AMC? They're always doing good, weren't they?
They launched a couple of shows at the beginning of, I guess, in the fall, Turn and Halt and Catch Fire, and they have not been as well received as Mad Men, Walking Dead, and I guess fingers crossed on AMC's behalf as Better Call Saul. So they're sort of things they launched earlier have not been doing as well as the other ones.
Gotcha.
Basically.
Well, they need to do a series about Salacious Crumb. That's their problem.
Obviously. No, but what do you guys think? Did you watch any Walking Dead or Better Call Saul? Did anyone watch them?
Yeah.
We watched them all.
Better Call Saul, I thought was really solid. It was pretty good. But I mean, how can you not have a large audience after Breaking Bad? I mean, the greatest, in my opinion. I think everybody here agrees, the greatest show I think ever.
Totally.
You know, you take a character from that show, and he was great. Odenkirk was the comic relief, but he had so many stories to tell as to how he gets to this point in his life where he can make a phone call and make anything happen.
And you can talk about, like, this is my favorite thing. So I think it's, like, if I'm going to see another character, he's the one I would want to see. So I was not disappointed.
No.
I enjoyed it. Both episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I love that. This isn't really a spoiler because it's in all the synopsis of all the shows or things for Better Call Saul. Is that Saul is not his name, so I am dying to know what happens to get him to go from Jimmy to Saul. Like what is that transition? Yeah. So that.
Give anything by spoilers. I don't know if you might, but I'm surprised that he died on the second episode. I couldn't believe that they just did that so quickly. You know?
Yeah,
so,
lead character gone.
Who expected
in the desert, dude shoots him. Like, what happens?
Right.
Yes, that didn't happen.
Well, if it did happen, then the rest would just be like the memory of him, like before. You know how some movies work backwards, like they show you what happened. It could be like that.
Yeah.
You know, Vince Gilligan.
It's not good.
Vince Gilligan can write out of any scenario. He's awesome.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, that's all. That's all about that. I just wanted to see if everyone thought they might be on the right track with rehashing the Breaking Bad universe.
Yeah, I mean,
love
look, they've got a great track record, and it's more out of the ordinary when something succeeds rather than when it fails. It makes more sense for AMC to have bombs actually succeed because it's a miracle if anything succeeds. So I don't think it's a step in a wrong direction for them that they've had a couple missteps, because that only makes sense. You know, I think they've got one of the best track records going, and as long as they don't boot out the people who are in charge of bringing in these creative guys like Vince Gilligan and let them, Walking Dead, more often than they don't, they're going to be fine.
Cool. I agree.
All right, what else we got in the news?
Oh, yeah. So there's this little buzz about movie. You may have heard of it, called 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah. So that's coming out this week. I don't know if anyone read the books or not. I did. What do we say?
Who there has read the book?
Yeah.
Curiosity of how they can translate really horrible books into the screen. Like, does anyone who wants to see what? Do you want to see it? Are you gonna see it?
I got my midnight tickets already, man.
Oh,
yes, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
No idea. No idea.
dragging my wife. I'm dragging her to see it.
This one, no. I read the book, and like a quarter way into it, I thought, how is this on the New York Times bestsellers? And I kept reading, and I kept thinking, how are they going to make a movie out of this? But at the same time, I couldn't put it down. And I had to get the sequel immediately once I finished, and I kept reading, but I am completely fascinated at the thought of what on earth this movie is going to be, since I feel like they can't show the bulk of what the movie is, really, unless you want an NC-17 rating. So I'm very curious as to see what sort of movie this ends up being.
And that's my thing. I actually was opposite. I got halfway through the book and literally like threw it at my wall because I got so frustrated with it. However, I also most likely I'm disappointed with the fact that they did film everything and should have had an NC-17 and then decided that maybe we should just make it rated R, and they reshot things.
Oh.
That's like,
I didn't.
give it the NC-17 rating. You're still going to have everyone come see it. Like,
You're not going to have the same money.
what?
Do you think they'll release that though as a special like Blu-ray DVD? The NC-17.
Oh hells yeah, they're gonna do that.
Because that's actually might be good marketing, to be honest with you. Then to release it that way.
Yeah.
This isn't a joke. This isn't a joke. Did you not hear that they said that after a few weeks after the first release, they're going to release another version?
Oh, that's right. In theaters, right?
Yeah.
They're going to release the second.
Oh.
We're going back. That's
Good.
the thing. I'm just kind of, I don't know.
Well, this is what I was worried about. There was like when they first decided they were gonna make a movie, there was a whole bunch of drama because the original actor backed out. So then they got a new one, and then they had to rush into creating a script. Like the script I heard was written really quickly, and the actors didn't even get that much time to prep. So that kind of worries me from like a filmmaking standpoint. Like if you don't have any time, but you're like forcing yourself into a schedule, I'm just worried. Like
Shakespeare.
you know.
Did you read the book?
No, I didn't read the book.
Yeah, I don't know how they're possibly going to make a movie out of this. Like, if you're reading the book and you're like, this is not a movie. This is like, you know, this isn't.
What is it then?
It's not an appropriate movie for everyone to see.
If it's not a movie, is it a porn?
It's a porn, pretty much.
Yeah, it's basically
It's
porn.
pretty softcore. It's basically porn.
So
Yeah,
it's
it's definitely erotica. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's definitely erotica. It's poorly worded. They use the same phrases through all three books to describe things. Like, by the time you get to, like, the end of the first book, you're just like, I feel like you've described this scene already using the exact same words. Here's the thing. I mean, some of the reviews have come in already. In terms of, they had to cut things out and make it a lot more tame. But we knew that going in. There's actually some really good praise for Dakota, what's her name? The one who plays Anastasia Steele. Yeah, there's some really good praise for her, saying that, she's not bad, actually. But
Well, I
people
saw
are
her in a
not-
TV show she used to star in, and she was really good.
Yeah, like they say she's actually pretty good. But what's his head? Jamie Dornan or whatever? James Dornan? Sucks.
Oh.
Is that you can tell that he's a model.
there, then you're done.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't suck on Once Upon a Time though.
Who was
No,
it?
they're saying
He was Robin Hood, right?
No, he was the sheriff early on in this before Emma took over.
Oh.
Which
Right.
I'm an actor, but I could not see him in the previews.
Maybe it wasn't a criticism. Maybe when they said that he sucked, they were just
Hey.
describing a scene he was in.
oh, maybe. Maybe you're right. Maybe I should have continued reading. Anyway, we went to go see a movie last night, and there was a big poster for 50 Shades of Grey. And I have to agree, I think that their marketing has been a bit genius. It's like just a shot of her face and her biting her lip, and it just said "curious?" ? So I think they're also capitalizing on the whole, how are they going to do this thing, and that's how they're going to get a lot of people in the theater as well.
And that's annoying.
That's why I'm cool.
That's kind of annoying. If you
Right.
can't lure people with the story, you have to just say, hey, don't you want to see what we've done? Kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
Kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
You see that they're selling teddy bears at Walgreens with 50 Shades of Grey?
No.
There's teddy
What?
bears. Eye mask in one hand and handcuffs in another. Teddy bears.
What?
Teddy bears.
No!
Okay, I gotta say, I hope that isn't in Canada because that's just widely. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on in Canada with teddy bears and sex scandals and stuff. So I really hope that that's not in Canada because that's wildly inappropriate.
Oh my
Nicole's
gosh.
childhood just got ruined.
It did. I was like, you don't even understand. I am about to slam this computer. I am so mad. No.
That's horrible. That's
She's
really
gonna go protest
horrible.
all the 50 Shades screenings.
Well, actually, you know what I heard? Again, I really don't. I mean, I know what it's about, but I haven't read it or anything. But what I heard is the stuff, like the sex stuff, is only like 20. They only have 20 minutes worth in the whole movie.
Wow.
But there's nothing else there.
Well,
In
that's
the
what.
book.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
the thing.
but-
You can't actually expect people to go to. Well, okay. You can't.
Jack,
People,
baby.
look,
Wait
here's the
a
thing.
second.
People are not going to go to a 90-minute movie if it's all sex. That's porn. And people, look, here's the thing. You watch porn for 5 minutes, you get sick of it because it's the same thing over and over, right? So obviously they're trying to make a story out of something that doesn't have a story, right?
But that's what I'm saying, right? Because it's like they're creating a story, but it might not really have been the story, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything
All
about
right.
it.
On Twitter, Alexander Martin tweets in, "Back to your R-rated goodness, SGU. I love it." That's probably based on Corey's comment. But no, very good. Last week we had a child actor on, so we had to clean it up. So we're back, back to R-rated this week.
It's a good week to let loose on this topic.
I liked last week.
I know, yeah, you wish it was every week that
You
way.
did. Jeff and I were being very, very careful about everything we said.
You did really good.
Thanks.
I was proud of us.
Chris Hadley
All right,
tweets in that he loves.
that's pretty.
Sorry, Chris Hadley tweets that he loves teddy bears, just as a aside.
Oh,
There you go.
well, that's okay.
All sorts of emissions coming out tonight. Okay.
That's good stuff.
All right, so we got Geeky Audition coming up in a little bit here, folks. Let's do some
Oh.
quick, finish off the rest of the news. Wait, sorry, you have something else?
I thought you were going to move on without saying the rest of your news, but continue.
Oh, I'm about to say the rest of my news. So,
Hey, good job.
all right, thank you, guys. Thanks for interrupting me and then telling me goodbye.
Yeah, I thought you were moving on without your announcements. I was like, oh, wait, you have announcements.
look.
Oh, fine.
We preview stuff. Don't you know how a freaking show works? We preview stuff coming up, and then we go into. I'm just gonna do it. All right.
No, Jennifer, no, it's my stuff. I never.
So, all right, Super Geeked Up. We are doing Super Geeked Up. We do the show also live at events like web series festivals and Comic-Cons, where we get to do it on stage in front of a big audience of people, and we get volunteers, and it's super fun. We are going to be doing it at Vancouver Web Fest just under a month from, yes. And what's really exciting is the first time all three of us are going to get to do it together live in person. So that's going to be March 7th at 5:20 p.m. at the festival, Vancouver Web Fest. VancouverWebFest.com is where you can check it out. If you go to special guests on that site, you're going to see our three lovely faces on that part of the site and all the info on it. So anybody who's watching in Vancouver or if you're coming out to the fest, please come out. We'd love to see you there. It's super, super fun when we do it live in person like this. So we're very excited, and thank you to Suzette.
And there's going to be,
Paul,
like,
Miles,
prizes.
and everybody at Vancouver Web Fest. Oh, thank you for saying that. We're going to be giving some awesome prizes from our good friends over at Geek Fuel, who give out the best geeky stuff you're ever going to find. In fact, Tanya, I want you to show. You're wearing a Geek Fuel shirt right now. Can you show it?
Yes, sorry, I just like half kicked my cat. Can we see it?
Oh, are you frozen? Oh, yeah.
The
There we go.
brief history of time travel shirt.
Yeah.
That's a Geek Fuel original.
Yeah.
That's in the latest box they sent. I love that shirt. I was wearing it last week actually on the show.
So cool.
I think Nicole was wearing it the week before. I think we've done 3 consecutive weeks of.
Yeah.
Because we all love it so much. We're gonna have to fight over who gets to wear it in Vancouver. So anyway, yeah, if you come out, folks, you're gonna get some. If you volunteer, get some cool Geek Fuel stuff. So that's a good reason. That's a reason to come to Vancouver just alone, right there.
Yeah.
And there's tons of great screenings and other panels and programs, obviously, and stuff. All right, so hopefully our guests will come back in a second. So besides that, though, a couple quick news is Hollyweb, which is a very cool festival for web series, just announced their selections yesterday. And I'm very proud to say that Super Knocked Up, which is my web series for the 3rd straight year, is an official selection at Hollyweb. Thank you.
Yay! Can I just add an addendum to that?
Yes, of course.
This is tooting super knocked up horn right now. It's very, very hard to get in Hollywood. They're very selective, so it's a huge deal to get in Hollywood. So congrats to Super Knocked Up. That's a huge accomplishment. 30 in a row, that's massive. So congrats, Jeff, and that's amazing. So yay!
Oh, thanks, Tanya. Wow, that was really super nice. Thank you. That's very
like
sweet.
Surprised that I can be nice.
I know,
Jeff.
yeah. I am. Usually just expiring and talking about SpaceX and.
Well, you know. Oh, we didn't do any SpaceX stuff during 50 Shades of Grey. What's with us? We're out of practice.
Oh shit, you're right. If we're gonna mention SpaceX at all, why didn't we do it during that segment?
That was like the perfect segment. Oh,
we
man,
failed.
man.
That was an epic fail on our parts.
Like 1 week of cleaning it up, and we can't even handle it.
Wait, you know what though? The hashtag Pixel Tits, it kind of worked its way in when someone did the Lara Croft and Oliver Queen thing.
That's true.
We also didn't do. What's wrong with us?
Dude, Tanya, you and we are just off tonight.
Guys are
I am disappointed.
Right,
in
it
our
could have been
site
like
now.
Oliver Queen could have been like, "Hey, I like your pixel tits. Want to
I know, hashtag
swing around the city with me?"
Yeah. Hey, Christian Grey, let's go do some SpaceX doing it with your billions of dollars. Like, we could have had all of
Now
that.
look, here's the thing. By the way, that's how we make 50 Shades of Grey movie much more interesting. He's rich, right? So he could rent a spaceship, go into space, and have space sex. And then I actually want to watch it.
Exactly.
I would want to see people
they
in
should
zero
have gone
gravity
after that.
have sex.
There's a show that did that. Did I tell you that? Did I share that at one point? There's a show
Maybe.
that did that.
A TV show?
Yeah.
What show?
I want to say it's The Expanse or something like that. But yeah, it's actually there's a shot of them floating, doing their thing.
Gosh.
I love how Nicole is like, any kind of sex is terrible. Everybody go to the nunnery right now.
Nunnery.
You know what's funny about that? Okay.
Did you consider being a nun at one point?
No, but someone tried to convince me to do it because I would, because like they're just like, so you're gonna become a nun, right? Like they're, this was like a real thing. Like it was probably like high school, like end of high school or college, and I just like, they're just like, you're gonna become a nun, I think, right? It's gonna happen. Like, is that what's going on? I'm like, no, I just, that stuff is just like stuff. Rainbows! Oh, look on Twitter. Amy Hoff joins in and she says hi.
Totally.
But she also says she's in Ireland right now and it's 6 a.m. and she's tuning in. So thank you, Amy.
Oh, thanks, Amy. That's awesome.
Honky Tonk Buffalo. But we're filling time a little bit here, folks, because we're hoping our guests are going to come back in.
Worst comes to worst. Nicole, you're Gandalf, and Jeff, you're Rick Grimes from.
Oh shit!
But
who? Rick Grimes?
No, all the
Dead,
Rick Grimes. All the Rick Grimes. He could be Gandalf.
Wait, who the hell is that? Walking Dead?
Yeah, he's the sheriff.
Sheriff? All right. Honky Tonk Buffalo tweeted in 50 Shades of Teddy Bears. Is that worse than Taco Bell Hunger Games tie-in?
Oh,
not really.
I just
You're
gotta
right.
say, stop talking about teddy bears. I'm serious.
Why? What is going on in Canada with sex and teddy bears?
Yeah, can you
Oh no, there really is a big, huge thing, and it's a really big, like, sort of thing.
Does it have to do with your mayor?
No, for once not. He's no longer mayor, by the way. We voted him out.
Oh, he's officially out. Nice.
He's officially out. He's a counselor still, but he's out. He's no longer in charge, thank God. But no, there was a big, huge thing with a very prominent media personality here in Toronto, and dealing with abuse and rape and against consent, and there was a thing with a teddy bear, and so it is a thing in Canada right now. So just stop it with the teddy bears.
All right.
They've
no
already
more teddy bears.
Anyway.
So not about teddy bears. Alexander Martin tweeted in, "Oh my God, Nicole Awkward's response was epic. Get thee to a nunnery."
Oh,
I
excellent
love
reference.
that line from Shakespeare. I don't know why. Well, I do know why.
Wait, what is that? What is that from?
It's
From
from
Hamlet.
Yeah.
Oh, from
Hamlet.
Hamlet. Yes.
Yeah. I think Hamlet says it to Ophelia.
To Ophelia. Yeah.
But a nunnery, I think, in that particular instance, wasn't like a whorehouse. Is actually what they were saying. He wasn't really like. I think that's what the context was in that, right?
No, I thought it was actually a nunnery.
Yeah, I think he
She
actually
was
wanted
trying to
to
hit on him all the time. Yeah. Like, and he actually wanted her to, like, because he was trying to marry him. And she was like,
I-
he was like, no.
He was like, "Step
Some
off,
words.
bitch! I'm too upset about my dead dad."
Oh.
That's the modern English version of that. What he was saying.
I love your take on to be or not to be.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Thanks. All right. So
I visited the Globe Theatre in London.
I did too, man. I've been there
Yeah.
twice. I've seen 2 performances. It's the most amazing I've ever seen.
Oh,
Amazing
I didn't get to see
ever. I
a
loved it.
performance, but it was cool.
I
Just
saw
got
Romeo
to
and
go.
Juliet standing up as like a groundling. I was
Yes.
just like in awe.
Oh,
Groundling's the way to go.
cool.
That's what I did both
Yeah.
times.
Super cheap. Your feet kill you at the end, but it was amazing.
But you're so close, man. Like seriously, like you can almost touch the actors.
Yeah, it was amazing. I loved it.
That's cool.
Loved it.
All right, that was an interesting Shakespeare tangent. Let's take one last commercial break. If you're watching a recorded version, we got Geeky Audition coming up. We'll see you back in a second.
To be or not to be, we are back from commercial break.
Perfect. You're watching. Good tie-in. You're watching Super Geeked Up. I'm Jeff with Nicole and Tanya. Our guests from the bomb shelter had to. I don't know what they did. I don't know. Skynet's taken over or something.
The bomb shelter.
Oh, no.
Cut out their connection.
Well, that would make sense. You're right, because it has bad connection down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
So
I guess,
Are we gonna try this?
Nicole and me have to do this game now that they were supposed to
Or
do.
can we do the other pairing? Because
What are the
okay,
two?
do you want me to give you
well,
the
first off,
option?
wait. Explain what Geeky Audition is for viewers.
okay. So Geeky Audition is the game master / casting director, which in this case is me, which is always me for this segment. Gives out pairings of 2 well-known characters from different universes. It's for people to audition for as though they are going for those roles. I give a little scenario, and the 2 actors who are auditioning act out those scenarios. And then halfway through, I often will stop them and I will give them a bit of redirection. And no, it's just to improve their performance just a little bit so we can say a little bit more. And it's just a good, fun time of people having fun.
A good, fun time of people having fun. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm having
Oh my
fun.
God. That's awesome.
You're having fun.
So,
yes!
You! Okay, wait.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Oh my god.
You all got food.
Oh, I see what you did. You had to go cook dinner. That's what you were doing. All right, so that's actually great because Nicole and I, we thought we had to go do this audition, but you got back just in time.
Oh no.
Great.
Hey, just what we want to do. Woo!
You can do it. You can do it. Do you guys remember your pairings
Oh yeah. Oh
that
yeah.
we decided on? Okay, amazing. So do girls or guys want to go first? Who wants to go first?
Guys. Guys, hello.
All right, we'll go first.
Okay. So you guys, you're doing Gandalf and Rick, right? That was what we did. Yes. Okay. Good. Okay.
Before we start, if
so,
you guys can just kind of maybe lean forward closer to the speaker so we can speak. You're the ones who are doing it. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. First of all, I want to thank you for coming to the audition today. I very much appreciate it. We're doing a lovely mashup of 2 different worlds. We think it's going to be a great movie that's going to generate millions of dollars in box office. So you guys are here auditioning for Gandalf and Rick Grimes. We're combining Walking Dead and Lord of the Rings. So what I want you to do just really briefly, to start with, we're going to have you say your name and say which character you're auditioning for, and then we'll get into the actual scene. So when we start, you 2 are just going to be talking about the perils of surviving against the odds, all the dangers of doing quests and trying to just survive in a very dangerous world. So that's your starting scenario, and then we'll go from there. So if you want to start off by saying your name, which character you're auditioning for, that would be great.
Hello.
Whenever you're ready.
My name is Corey Landis, and I will be reading.
Hello. My name is Marcus Keel, and I will be reading the part of Rick Grimes.
Amazing. Okay, so like I said, the scenario is you're just talking about the perils of trying to survive in a very dangerous time. So whenever you're ready, you guys can go ahead.
Rick Grimes, tell me all about the perils of surviving in difficult times.
You want to know about the perils of surviving in difficult times? Did you sleep with Lori? Did you sleep with Lori? And Carl?
But I did sleep with Bilbo.
Bilbo's Harold's brother, because I don't mind that so much. The one with the squirrels.
There were squirrels involved, but I can't get into that at this moment.
Do you know what it's like having to eat squirrel every day?
It depends on what you mean by eating squirrel.
I mean sleeping with a squirrel.
Oh, yes, then I do.
Yes. Why am I always holding the gun just like this?
Why are you sleeping at night out?
Why are you not holding your cane over there?
It's a palsy. It's, you know...
Okay, that was great, guys. I'm going to interrupt you and just give you a little bit of redirection. You really got the essence of the characters, but I just want to extend it just a little bit to see how well you've got it. So you're talking obviously about surviving in a dangerous time, but suddenly you realize you actually have a really great business idea, and you suddenly decide that you think you could market a line of tote bags that are perfect for surviving quests. And you start going into developing that business plan. Okay? Whenever you're ready.
Hey,
Yes!
I got this great idea. We can get in on the ground floor of this business that I came up with.
Wait, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
That depends. Are you thinking tote
Tote bags! Yes, exactly!
Tote bags!
Yes!
You know, we're always carrying stuff, but we ain't got no bags.
Why are we doing that?
I'm like, well, first of all, we ain't got no more plastic.
We don't.
We got no plastic bags?
No!
Why not just take some of the skin from the walkers? We call them walkers, the dead ones.
Oh, I've heard that.
Yeah,
I've seen your show. I love your
we
show.
call them that.
It's really good.
We take out the entrails.
Right.
We put in a couple of avocados.
Okay.
Just walk them around.
But pockets.
Well, then,
Things.
come on.
Okay.
The animals?
All right.
I don't know where you come from, but... You just sleep with Lori.
I did!
All right.
Well done.
You need to work
That was awesome.
Nice job, guys.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
That
Entrails and
was
avocados.
cool.
That was brilliant.
You know what's crazy? We've actually reenacted this exact same scenario without you guys weeks ago.
In fairness, we've already done this.
Well, I mean, they just sort of fit together in a wonderful way, so really, I can understand how that came about. Thanks, guys.
Before we go to the next pairing, Alexander Martin on Twitter said, did they just invent Mordor sex or staff sex? Sexing dead.
Sexing dead, yes.
Okay, sexing dead is the best hashtag almost ever, pretty much, that we've ever come up with on the shows. Good job, Alexander Martin.
That was good. That was good. I like that.
How are we supposed to follow that?
Oh, I have no doubt that you can follow that. I have no doubt.
We'll try.
Okay. So yeah, if you guys want to make sure you lean close so that way we pick up as you're talking. So thank you so much for coming in today. You are auditioning for the role of Janice and from Friends and Cinderella, the fairy tale princess. So what I would love you guys to do, obviously just like your counterpart just did, introduce yourself, see which role you're auditioning for. How the scenario is going to go is you're going to be commiserating over how horrible guys are, how you always have to do all the work around the house, and blah, 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 blah. You know, just sort of, girl talk between you two.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, so yeah, start with introducing yourself and what role you're auditioning for.
Great.
Hi, my name is Mindy Montavon, and I am auditioning for the role of Janice from Friends. Hi, I'm Brielle Bettino, and I will be reading for Cinderella.
Amazing. Whenever you're ready.
Great. Oh, Cinderella! Oh, how's our Prince Charming?
Oh my gosh, he's amazing. How's your beau?
Oh my God, he's so hot!
Really?
Yeah.
My prince, he took me to the castle the other day, but I had to run away and I lost my shoe.
Oh, you lost your shoe.
I know. What do I do with that
I
shoe?
don't know. Your shoe must have been so dirty.
I know.
Oh, okay. Well, did you go to get a pedicure afterwards?
Of course. Well, actually, I had to give my sisters pedicures. Every once in a while, I give myself one.
Wait, well, why do you have to give your sisters pedicures?
Well, I do have to take care of the house all the time.
What? Oh, I don't understand. Are you like, I don't know, like their maid? What?
Kind of. Well, when my father died, my stepmother just decided that I would take over everything in the house.
God, that's so sad.
It's not very fun, but I get out every once in a while. I sing to the mice.
You're crazy.
Oh my goodness. Wow, right?
Things to mice. I mean, really?
They're my friends.
Oh.
Okay, that was great. So I'm just gonna give you a little bit of redirection. You're gonna start realizing that you're both dating people right now, but slowly you're going to start realizing that maybe Prince Charming and Chandler Bing might be the same person.
Got it.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
So, the other day, my beau, he took me out to the cutest little coffee shop.
Oh my God, that's where I went with my boyfriend for my first date. Which one did you go to?
Oh, it's called Central Perk.
Oh my God, that's where we go. How have I never seen you there?
I don't know. And he's got the
Crazy.
cutest little friends. He's got like these 3 girlfriends and these 2 other guy friends that just totally get along.
What? That sounds just like my Chandler. Yeah. I mean, so we always go to this place. I mean, we're there like all the time. That's like all we do, and we sit on like this little couch, and we have coffee.
That's what we do.
Oh yeah, and well, so sometimes we go back to his roommate Joey. It's just
Wait. Joey?
Joey.
That's my beau's roommate's name.
No way! That's crazy!
But my beau's name is Chauncey.
Well, mine's Chandler. Oh my God, maybe they're like cousins or something.
Are you sure? Because he has
that's
this
crazy.
amazing little apartment complex that just has like him and the girls. They live right across the hall from each other, and it's so cute.
That's the same with my boyfriend. Wait a second.
This can't be. Hold on.
Okay.
Does he like work in some office building that you don't really know what he ever does?
I don't have a job actually. Okay. Well,
This is
I don't know what he does.
weird. If you're Chandler, best friend Joey, and they live across the hall from their 3 best
Wait,
friends.
what are the girlfriends' names?
Well, there's Monica, and there's Rachel, and then there's Phoebe, and she's fabulous.
Oh my God. Those are the same girls that live across from my Chandler.
Oh my God!
No.
No!
No. This is not the same. No.
No!
You know what? No, you can take him. I don't need some man that is going off with some girl that is like a maid. What is that? Really?
Excuse me?
Oh, yeah, that's what I said.
Oh my gosh, well, I'm a freaking fairy godmother, thank you.
What the fuck is that?
Okay, that was good. Thanks, guys. Congrats on doing the laugh. Oh my god.
Anthony Davis on Twitter said, Oh my God, best Janice from Friends ever.
Yeah.
Hey.
You're a lucky man. As I go back to my joke.
Oh my God, the laugh was like spot on. It was amazing.
Like spot on.
We just
Shan's laugh. And I love for y'all how you actually did the little like the hand thing, like the.
I will be honest that I spent many a years actually playing both a Disney princess and a Universal princess, so I'm very used to the hand gestures and the key lips. Oh Lord, what we do for money.
Corey did the same thing.
Gia says.
On Twitter, as that was going on, Amy Hoff tweets in, one of the best parts about this is how Tanya Dodds is that director you slowly begin to realize is slightly mad.
My goal every time I do this game is to try and think of the weirdest scenarios possible.
Really?
It takes me days to do this sometimes.
It's your own little version of fan fiction,
That's
isn't
what
it?
I was thinking.
Yeah.
It really is.
I can't wait for the Scully and Mulder one then.
Oh no, we don't. That's not something we want to put on this. That's not appropriate.
I'm sure it's not. We will, by the way, folks. We talked about how we're going to be at Vancouver Web Fest. Geeky Audition is probably one of the games we're going to play there, actually. So if you like that, you can come out and check it out there. All right, so great job, everyone. Thank you very much for playing along with that.
Thank you.
That's going to wrap us up for tonight. Before we go, though, let's give some links once again. So tell people again where they can see the bomb shelter.
The Bomb Shelter is at www.thebombshelterseries.com. And Twitter is _Bomb Shelter Series.
Awesome. All right, cool. And thank you guys so much for being on. You guys were awesome.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
I'm glad we found you after we
Yeah.
Yes, I'm glad you came back after dinner. It was great. One last tweet. Chris Hadley says, seriously, she was amazing. I don't know which one of you. Well, you're both amazing. I'll just say that. The last scene. All right, so thank you to the Bomb Shelter. Thank you to everybody, of course, who watched online and sending your tweets as always. Really appreciate it, guys. If you're watching the recorded version, we really appreciate that as well, or listening to the podcast. You can always tweet us in at any time afterwards and tell us what you think. And please check out our new website, supergeekedup.com. That's where you can go to watch live every week now and also catch all our former episodes. Also, please go to the Interact page. Nicole's pretty much almost daily posting new stuff up there. And we want to hear from you guys, definitely hear what you think, and all that great stuff. So that's going to do us for this week. We will be back next Wednesday night, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. Until then, stay geeky, everybody. See you next week.
Bye.